Jungle.
Hey Abdul, do you have a little bit of time to talk?
Oh, hey, Angie, yeah, I'm not too busy right now. What's going on?
I was wondering if I could ask for your help with something that I've been kind of stressing me out.
Of course, I'll be happy to help if I can. What do you need help with?
So I have this presentation I need to give tomorrow, and I've been struggling with how to design my PowerPoint slides. I want them to look nice and professional, but I don't really know how to make that happen. Would you mind helping me figure it out?
Oh, yeah, I totally understand. PowerPoint slides can be tricky sometimes, especially when you trying to make them look good. I'd be glad to help. What part of the slide do you feel is the hardest to get right?
Honestly, it's mostly the layout and the colors. I feel like the way I set everything up is make the slides look really plain and boring. I want something that will get people's attention but still look neat. I've tried a few things but nothing seems to work.
I see what you mean. Sometimes it's hard to find the right balance. You don't want the slide to look too pushy, but you also don't want them to look too simple. Have you thought about using templates or adding more pictures to make the slide more interesting?
Yeah, I tried using some of the templates that PowerPoint has, but I feel like they don't look as polished as I don't like. I wish I want something that looks a little more unique. That's why I thought of asking you. Your slides always look so well put together.
Oh wow, thank you. I appreciate that. I'd love to help you out. How about we sit down and go over your slide together? I'm sure we can come up with some good ideas and make your presentation look really nice.
That would be amazing. I feel like I need some new ideas. By the way, when it comes to the text on the slides, do you think it's better to write or full sentence or just keep it really short? I'm not sure how much detail I should include.
I think it's best to keep the text as short as possible. You don't want people reading a bunch of words of the script while you're talking. It's better to use short bullet points to highlight the key ideas. Then you can explain everything else out loud during the presentation.
Oh, that makes sense. I wish I was trying to fit too much on this slide. What about the colors? I want it to look nice and clean, but I worried about making it too colorful and distracting.
Yeah, I get that. I think the best way to go is to stick to two or three colors. Maybe use neutral colors like white or gray for most of the slide. And then pick one lighter color to make important points stand out. It keeps things simple but still gets people attention.
That sounds like a really good idea. I like the thought of keeping it simple but still having a pop of color. Oh, and I was thinking of adding some graphics to break up the text. Of adding some graphics to break up the text. Do you think that better to use cutout or icons?
That really depends on the kind of information you're presenting. If you're talking about number of data, charts are a great way to show that. If you're just listing ideas or explaining something, icon can make the slide look more fun and easier to understand.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's really helpful. I feel like I have a better idea of what to know. Are you free after class today? I really appreciate it. If we could work on that together,
Yeah, I'm free after 3 p.m. Does that work for you?
that works perfectly. How about we meet at the cafe near the library?
Sounds good to me. Just bring your laptop and we can sit down and go through your slide together. I'm sure we'll make them look great.
Thank you so much, Abdul. Oh, before I forget, when you prepare for a presentation, how do you usually practice? I always feel really nervous and I'm not sure I'm going to know it's get ready.
I totally get that. What helped me the most is practicing out loud a few times. Sometimes I even record myself so I can listen back and hear how I sound. It helps me catch if I'm talking too fast or if I'm missing anything important. Doing that a couple of times really helped me feel more confident.
Oh, that's such a good idea. I've never thought of recording myself, but I can see how that would help. I definitely give that a try. Thanks again for all your advice and help.
No problem at all, Angie. I'm happy to help. I know your presentation is going to turn out great. I'll see you later at the cafe.
I see you then. And seriously, thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I will discuss the material English on present perfect tense with the following title. Next, okay, here are the section. First, I will explain about definition of present perfect tense. Next, the formula of present perfect tense. Third, I will explain about the use of present perfect tense. And finally, I will explain about examples of present perfect tense. Okay, first, what is present perfect tense? The present perfect tense is a sentence pattern with a verb change used to express an action or event that occurred in the past and continues until now. Thus, the event has just happened, but the result or impact of the event can still be seen and felt at the time of the conversation. Simple put, have you ever gone to a place and excitedly shared the story with your friends without realizing it? The story takes you back the moment or atmosphere of that place. It makes you miss it, right? Well, in English, we use a tense to describe activities that started in the past but still have an effect in the present. Yep, that tense is called the present perfect tense. Okay, next, the formula of present perfect tense. Formula of present perfect tense in verbal sentence In verbal sentence, the subject is followed by a verb. For the present perfect tense, we use the past participle or the third form of the verb 3. Additionally, the present perfect tense is formed with the auxiliary verb have or has. Okay, number one. Number one, the pattern of positive sentence in the present perfect tense. The formula is subject plus have or has. Ini S plus have or has plus past participle or verb 3. Example of sentence. She has worked in the hospital for 6 years. The verb worked is the considered considered the past participle verb 3 of the verb work. Okay. Next, number 2. The pattern of negative sentence in the present perfect tense. The formula is subject plus have or has plus not plus past participle or verb 3. Example of sentence. She hasn't worked in the hospital. Number 3. The pattern of interrogative sentence in the present perfect tense. So, the subject and have or has are reserved. So, the formula is have or has plus subject plus past participle or verb 3. Okay. Example of sentence. Has she worked in the hospital for 6 years? Next. And the formula of present perfect tense in nominal sentence. Okay. Meanwhile, a nominal sentence is a sentence that does not include a verb and is instead consists of nouns, adjective, and their modifier. Number one, the pattern of positive sentence in the present perfect tense. The formula is subject plus have or has plus been plus object. Example of sentence. Brandon has been recovered from illness. Number two, the pattern of negative sentence in the present perfect tense. The formula is subject plus have or has plus not plus been plus object. Okay. Example of sentence. Brandon has not been recovered from illness. Number three, the pattern of interrogative sentence in the present perfect tense. Okay. So same in the formula is verbal sentence. So the subject and have or has are reserved. The formula is have or has plus subject plus been plus object. Example of sentence. Has Brandon been recovered from illness? Okay. And the last material is the use of present perfect tense. So, what is exactly is the present perfect tense used for? Here are some example of its function. Number one, to express an experience. Example, I think I've seen this movie before. Number two, to show a change. Example sentence, your English has really improved science you studied in the US. Number 3, to highlight an achievement. Example, my doctor has learned how to read. Number 4, to indicate an unfinished event. Example, I'm so worried my son still hasn't arrived home from school. And last, number 5, to describe multiple events over time. Example sentence, I've seen several doctors about my illness. Okay, next. Yes, and that's the material I presented. I apologize for any shortcomings and thank you.